Hello, 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 y'all, and welcome on back to another episode of Creators Spicy Tea. And we have what has kind of seemed to become everyone's favorite series of episodes or type of episode that we do, and that is kind of an admin day with a guest. And we know who the guest we bring in for our admin days, Miss TheLovelyKacy.
Oh my god, yes! It's me! You're all welcome!
Get the fuck out. Yeah, y'all, we are back today to sit down to talk some mad shit, and we're actually kind of switching it, flipping it, and reversing it just a smidge today, because we aren't
not just...
You know I had to do it. You brought it up the other day, girl. You know I had to. I had to do the callback. But today, instead of just kind of sitting and chit-chatting and talking some shit, we're going to be talking shit, but she and I are only so interesting overall as people. But y'all are significantly more interesting. So we went through your shit. We went through all the creator forums out there. We went through some of your recent posts, and we found a ton of stuff that we just kind of wanted to sit and talk about. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing today. And since we didn't discuss or plan this whatsoever, other than about a half hour before we started, how do you want to start this, Queen? You want to take it off?
I absolutely can. So I found a few interesting stories. I'm like, okay, so these could be fun to just chat about, but tie back in. So the first one I thought would be fun was people asking questions around how to get motivated, especially with spicy work when you're constantly on your own schedule.
Yeah.
We're having to be on all the time because we're all on, okay, whoever messages us at whatever hours, like, if we want to make that, we're
That's
up.
work hour.
We're function. Yeah, that's a work hour. We don't have it. But how do you stay, I guess, fit and ready when you're like posting to clip sites, when you're having to post promo, when you're having to do subscription, when you're wearing so many hats, but like a lot of us, you have a full-time job on top of this, or you have kids, or you have a whole family, or you just have you have none of that, but you have a dog and your apartment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a balancing act that a lot of people, me included, I ain't doing shit right now. Like, I'm one of those people that's like, if I schedule something, you are lucky. You have been blessed today. You're welcome.
Queen, that's literally me anytime I schedule anything. I'm like, you're welcome, job. I did you today.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. But the post was basically talking about how they specifically have started blocking out like an hour each day on a weekday is just to sit down, and whatever they do around the work is what they do. They're not going to put themselves into a box of like, I have to do this, but if I can get something done in regards to this in this hour, this has been proactive for me. And then on the weekend, they said they set aside 4 hours because that's shoot time too. So now you have content for the rest of the week or however you get. But now when you sit down in your head, you're like, okay, this is the time to do this. Because I don't do that shit. My ADHD, I'll sit down and be like, I'm getting to work today. And then I'm 5 episodes into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I have gotten nothing done. Not a single damn thing.
We are one. That is kind of like a really important topic for me personally right now. Because I went full tilt high gear last month and the first half of this month just to get my shit moved across the country. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then for about 2 weeks after that, my whole body has just been like, ah. And that's great. But it's been 2 weeks. It's time to wake the fuck up. Kick it in gear. So I was actually planning on kind of structuring something really similar, but
Mhm.
instead of like an hour a day, it's a giant checklist a week. So like one YouTube video has to be filmed, two resources have to be written, um, all customs have to be done by end of day Sunday for that week or whatever, you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
a checklist of like 2 days a week I want to perform cams, which have lately become my least favorite ugly stepchild, and I don't know why, because they were my specialty for a very long time.
Oh no, I hate
Um,
cams. There's a reason why I charge out the ass for my cams. I'm so sorry. I'll say it. I charge more because I don't like cams. And if you want me to do a cam, you will make it worth my while. I'm so
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. I don't blame you. I did the same thing. I raised my rate and my minimum amount of time. It went from my minimum being $50 for a cam, and now it's 130. And it doesn't slow down the desire.
I went, girl, teach me your ways, because it does. You know how many people I get every day be like, that's too much. I have 25 cents and a piece of paper clip. Show me right now. Give it
Piece
to
of
me.
a paperclip.
A
Not
piece of a
even a
paper
whole
clip.
paper.
Not even a whole one. People really be out here. Like, and I get it. That's the thing. Is I try, and I know a lot of girls are like this, is like you try and keep your prices where it is profitable for me, covers all of my things, but also I know we're in a recession, right? We're going into a depression. It's
Yeah.
shit's on fire. How about you? It's like, so I try and keep my prices enough where I am making something where I am comfortable with it for what I am doing, but also we're like, I do like that if you're the average person and you want to actively pay for what you partake in, which is already like clap for
Yeah.
you for wanting to like claps, okay? We appreciate you. Great. I still want you to be able to afford that even though I know it's a luxury. So it's
Yeah.
like very hard to find that comfortability point.
Yeah.
And I always say, like, my thing is, especially when this happens, because I get so many people who are like, cams, price, rate. And then I tell them, and you never hear from again. You know what I mean? It's the ghost of Christmas past, and they're gone. Um.
That one didn't seem so fun anyway.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's very hard to have to like maneuver that and feeling like, well, is it me? Am I too much? And the answer is no, you're never too much. Know your fucking worth. But at the same time, it's very hard to see like that like market value versus what you feel like. And
Want
I go
to
through that
talk?
like that's a constant thing that's running through my head. I can't tell y'all how many times I have messaged Allie like, should I lower my prices? Should I lower my prices? Is it me? Should I lower my prices? It happens at least once a quarter. I'm gonna be real. Like legitimately, it's
You
like,
know
should I
what?
lower?
And honestly, I go through those cycles too. I go through those cycles where, but my thing is, I always have it tied into my actual like productivity cycles because I've noticed I go through yearly productivity cycles because I notice that when I start slowing down and stop caring, right, heavy on the quotes about my job and I start just going through the motions, I stop seeing as high of a return from my clients. And so then I get in my brain like, oh, I gotta lower my rates. I gotta change my strategy. No, you don't. No, you don't. You just gotta get your ass motivated and care about your job again. I think that's
Yep.
what it is for me. It is always just once I find that fire again, everything is fine. And I'm back to how much more can I raise my rates?
See, I guess that's the other, I guess, side note on this too that I think about sometimes. Is people don't realize how much you have to be in a headspace, you have to be in a healthy place, you have to, the environment around you affects your productivity.
Everything.
Though we are very lucky in some aspects of like we get to like work from home, we get to do all these things. Like there's a lot of things that are perks of the job. There are lots of things that are cons of the job. You know what I mean? But one of the biggest ones is like I was going through some turmoil type shit. these past like 3 fucking months. You know what I didn't want to do?
Get
Get
strangers off.
online and flap myself. You know what I mean? I wasn't trying
Yes.
like that. There was no like sexy in my body, and it's so hard to like. I don't want to fake that. That's not what I do. But like at the end of the day, it's my job. Like this is how I pay my bills. This is how I keep
Yeah.
things running. You know what I mean? So like the fact that your productivity is tied to so much that if it's off an equilibrium for 2 fucking seconds, then you start seeing like all of your returns go down. Then it
Yeah.
attaches to your mood. And then you're like, well, if I'm in a bad mood, I don't want to do this. And then you know what goes down again? And it's an endless
Money.
cycle. And
Everything
it's
is a cycle.
so hard to like get yourself out of that too.
Yeah. And you
Because
know
you
what?
have
I
to pull
think,
your own.
yeah.
Mhm.
But I should say, I think that's a really important point going back to the start of this. How do you keep yourself motivated? Keep your shit straight. Keep your
Yep.
life straight. So a very personal aspect, part of a huge portion of my move was leaving a very unstable, unhappy home space. And home was work. And when home is work and home is not happy, work is not happy. And then it's all just a giant fuck you, because what are you going to do? You know? So yeah, since I've like removed myself from that less, happy, focused space, and I'm in a more centered space, yeah, holy shit, I want to go to work. So yeah, that is
Yep.
a huge part of staying motivated. Keep your everything else, keep your shit straight. And you just in on an completely another one, take your meds. You, bitch, you. Me, also. Probably also you, Casey. But you, whoever's watching this who hasn't taken their meds in 3 days, go take your meds. Just go take them. This
I
is
need you to not call me
reality.
out like that on live national television.
I know, but we all needed it. I needed it. We all needed it. All right. What do you think we go to one of my posts?
Yes, please.
Okay, this one is more of a funny than anything, but it makes me wonder what your strategy is for this. So this is from r/Fansley_advice. I'm gonna save the title and I'm gonna read it. It's a
Oh.
DM screenshot.
Okay, I'm ready.
No, you're not. Okay.
Okay.
It says, "Hi, pretty. I'm drawn to easy, intimate energy, that slow burn chemistry where two people tease each other naturally without trying too hard. I love the real moments, messy hair, pajamas, soft late night conversations. And I'm patient, I don't rush anything. The connection, it feels hotter when it's authentic, don't you think? And then this woman, this goddess, this creator who owns us all said 3 words in return.
What's your
I
budget?
felt porn. The title, do you know that this is not Tinder, sir? How do you handle clients who come to you professing your future? Because I sell porn is probably the best fucking response I've ever seen.
That's
I
actually
don't
beautiful.
know. That's
That's
gorgeous.
that's actually That's actually so beautiful because I have my first thought, and this is me. Okay, I'm putting my big girl cap on for this one, right?
All right.
Because this is about to sound really, really shitty. I'm very customer servicey. I'm very customer servicey, right? And I'm fine with that. But my thing is, are you gonna walk into McDonald's, look at the poor fucking worker, and go, "You're my girlfriend now, sir? Take your Big Mac and fucking leave." Okay? That's all I'm fucking saying. I am so sorry. You walked into this establishment. You knew what I sold. I know where you found me because I know where I'm posting ads. You didn't just randomly reach out to me. You know what I mean? So you know what I do. You know it's coming from, right? And I get so irritated of people coming into my place of work, my business, and doing this shit
Mhm.
disrespectfully. Because one, if you can't respect my job, why the fuck? Even if somehow I got hit with a car with fucking amnesia and I said, "Oh fuck yeah, I want that," you know what I mean? You don't respect my job, right? This is
No.
now leading into me. Do you respect any woman's job, or do you really just be going to McDonald's and saying this shit
Yeah.
because someone gave you a lick of attention?
No, they wouldn't,
Two,
because that's the boundary. Them being at their job lines out a boundary, and they say, "Oh, we're at our job, but our boundaries don't matter."
we don't see it as a job. That's the thing.
I
Like, I had to have this conversation because one of the things, and hopefully this goes into a another video we might do, right? Maybe. But I'm dating right now, okay? I am actively dating. And one of the things I have had to learn, especially with doing this job, is casually screening hookups and people I am dating. Because I know the kinks out there, right? I am
all of
not
them.
kink shaming, but I'm saying there are some rather than others that in my personal life and in my personal preferences that I would like to be able to engage with my partner in.
Yeah,
Right?
and then there's others that are like, "Pay me," or "That's not happening," and that's fine.
And that is fine. That's me separating my personal life from my professional life, right? But the amount of people, right, that have came in and you can tell that I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this. Um, the male loneliness epidemic, as people call it, is self-inflicted. It's self-inflicted. Okay? I'm so sorry. You did this to yourself. One, you can't hold a conversation with me. That's just sad. Two, if I could, because here's my rule. Here's my rule for this, right? If you, nothing wrong with watching porn. Hi, I make porn. One, if I ask you how much porn you watch, right? I'm going to multiply that by 3. Whatever you say, I'm multiplying by 3 because you are never going to say the
Yeah.
true amount of porn you watch. So if someone's like, I don't watch porn. Okay, so you watch it every. If someone's like, oh, I watch a few, I'm like, okay, little gooner, calm down. You know what I mean? I'm so sorry, but you have to like
Figure
navigate
out
that,
it.
and that's the hard thing with people like this is it's the same thing as you getting attached to your therapist. I know that I'm a safe space. I know that you are like, I can tell this person my kinks. They accept me sexually. They are like, it's an open space where they feel heard. That is the thing.
Yeah.
When they have certain kinks, so they're like, oh, society doesn't like this or whatnot. When they go to a provider, that's a safe space, right?
We're bringing it.
Everyone in this world needs to understand how to separate fantasy and where you are paying a provider of course I'm not going to say I'm not into that kink unless it's one of my hard no's. If it's
Mm-hmm.
on my list, I'm going to act like I fucking love it.
That's
Because I want you to have a fun time too.
that's
And
my
then the
job.
reality of, I'm so sorry, I'm actually not into feet. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I'm happy you are, and I'm happy I can be that providing and that safe space for you. But even if this was to book, you'd be so depressed because I'm not that. Because you see me on all the time. And people don't understand that, like, when I log off, I'm a different fucking person. Like,
That
I'm a
that
goddamn gremlin in the corner.
that is exactly it. That line, messy hair, pajamas, soft lace night. Let's talk about that shit. Because you know those pajamas he's envisioning are silk or satin and tiny. Miserably uncomfortable. Your tits would be falling out in the middle of the night. You're trying to sleep. You gotta retuck shit. And I'm like a fucking
I
barely there
support the
pup, so
moo-moos. I be wearing a moo-moo every night,
fucking,
okay?
and then think about it. Oh, messy hair. Bitch, I'm going to sleep with my hair half wet. We're waking up looking like this. With soft, no, you want to know what my face looks like when I wake up? Imagine all this makeup everywhere. Okay, that shit's not cute. So you are, this is not a real person that they described. There is no acknowledgement of, hey, I know what you're doing right now. you're gonna have like some time and just fall into some fantasy. But at the same time, you know what? When I see this, I sell porn, A+ line. I could not have written better, but also this is such a good setup for a sale. Are you kidding me? Like, oh my god, that is the beginning of our first custom together, don't you think?
You're so hot when you do that. I have to learn from you. I'm so bad at doing the upsell or doing the side sell or doing whatever sell. Like you're so good at it, and I'm that person who's like I'm customer servicey, but I get so irritated. I get so this is a bad thing of me. Hi, this is my red flag as a worker. And I will admit this. I get fucking irritated when people come into my DMs and they're like, I don't know what I want. I just want something. Okay, can you tell me your budget? I don't know what my budget is. Okay, can you tell me literally anything, or are you just talking to talk at this
I
point?
can't.
Like,
That's oof. The
and I'm like,
anytime that's an immediate get out of my DMs then.
mm-hmm.
And it's
Like,
not disrespectful to them. Because you know what? I've done that shit. I've walked into a dress shop looking for like a fucking formal dress and not knowing what the fuck I wanted. I've gone wedding dress shopping 2 times in my life. It's exhausting. You don't know what you want when you walk in there. But at the same time, I am not showing up to a fucking bridal salon and saying, I don't actually know anything. No, I've done my research. Okay? I have some concept of a budget, but if you come to me and you say, like, oh, I don't know anything I want, that's like, cool. Here's the link to my menu. Here's the link to my website. Let me know when we're ready, bitch. But, like,
Cause I'm like,
do
I
our
will work with people with like, okay, you don't know what kind of custom you want. Okay, that's fine. Or even if you're like, I really want a service, but I don't know if a custom or sexting or GFE. Okay, we can talk about that. That's a
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
You can
At
tell
least
me
you know you want something.
yes, but people just be walking in and being like, I don't know why I'm here. And I'm like, what do you mean? What do
It's
you
it's so
mean?
rough for me because it's like a very interesting dichotomy for me because I mean you and I everybody we all of us have people who we realize just want conversation. And
Yep.
at this point in my old assness in the industry, it's within like the first 2 to 3 messages I'm able to see, oh, you just want conversation. And it's so tricky because like probably a quarter of my long-term clients were ones who showed up who weren't intending to buy. Because I can make, oh, I just want conversation into a sale. No matter
Yep.
what, like, eventually I can, but you gotta get me on a good day, bitch. Because if I'm
You
already
have
grumpy
to.
that day, or if I'm already short patience, or if I have a line of people waiting, I respect you for coming and reaching out. That can be a very scary thing. I've apparently been told. But at the same time, we're not gonna let one person order for 3 hours while we let everyone else wait in line when their order could have taken 5 minutes. That's not it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just bad business.
Well, it's that you have to learn how to maneuver it because there are some people who will just talk and talk and talk, and they're getting off to that. They're getting off to that, and then you're doing the work for free. They'll be like, "I actually don't need a video. Bye."
But wait a minute. That brings me literally to the next post. Can we start that?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you ready for the title?
Yeah, I don't think I am, but yes.
Touch it. Stop giving away your time for free.
I saw this one. Actually, when I was scrolling, I saw. Did I actually wait? Did I put that one? I may have actually put that one in. For mine. Wait, did I do it? Stop giving away your time for free. I put it.
Okay. We'll get into it. So their post, this is from Creators Advice, so r/Creators Advice, says, I keep seeing posts that boil down to the same question. Should I reply to my DMs? How do I handle this guy who keeps asking for more? And they say the honest answer most of the time is simple: do not engage. Anyone who is genuinely willing to spend already knows how to access your OnlyFans or other platforms. I'm assuming this is from Creators Advice, and they are definitely more platform-focused creators, but they say the people sitting in your DMs are almost always there to extract your time, attention, or content without paying for it. That is the goal. Stop falling for it. The same applies to subscribers who negotiate prices or complain about your pay per view. They're not advocating for fairness. They are testing how far they can push you to lower your value. The more you tolerate it, the more they will attempt. Every subscriber has access to free content elsewhere on the internet. They are not paying because content exists. They're paying because you exist. Pop off. That does not entitle them to freebies, discounts, or emotional labor. Pop off 3 times. And they do keep going in that one. But they basically end it with OnlyFans is not a get rich overnight situation. During slower months, it's easier to panic and feel like you cannot afford to lose even one subscriber. The mindset is dangerous. This time you spend arguing with someone who refuses to pay could be spent creating new content, promoting yourself, engaging with real supporters, or building long-term income. One serious supporter is worth far more than 10 people looking for free access. You work too hard to let freeloaders drain your energy, set boundaries, restrict, block when necessary. It's your page. You decide the rules. Okay. Obviously, this was written from platform perspective, but we're going to try and meld it to all perspectives here. What do you think?
So the first one, and this is just me and maybe a word of wise to buyers, right?
Mhm.
If you respect me, if you treat me well, if you respect my prices, and you treat me like a person, most of the time, I am more inclined to work with you on stuff. Literally, I had one sale that was $1,200 GFE for a month, right?
Mhm.
And they were like, "Hey, I can't do the full 1,200 up front. Can I do one paycheck, one paycheck?" I have
Yeah.
worked with them for like a year now, right? I trust them that I'm like, "You have worked with me. I have been your provider. I am absolutely willing to do this with you. I am absolutely willing to help, you're still coming to me. You're not offering to change my price. You're not offering to do anything like that. You're literally just saying, just bill wise, absolutely, yes, we can do that." It's the same way of I have a few people who I have specific, session times for what they specifically want that I have done with them multiple times that we're
Mhm.
like, this is the comfortability because I know they keep it's like a once a week session type of thing, right?
Mhm.
So it's
Oh, I
like
love
if
that.
you yeah, it's really nice. But I'm like, if you take the time and you build that trust with a creator,
Mhm.
more times out of 10, you probably won't even have to ask for stuff like that. I know as creators, we're like, yeah, we want to say thank you for using us. Thank you for helping us. Thank you for supporting us. Not saying that's everyone. Not saying that's everyone. But most times out of 10, you being a good person will get you farther with other people
Yeah.
than you straight up going up and being like, so let me push this boundary and how cheap can I get you?
Many times I have people show up and they're like, hey, do you have new client specials? No, but I have long-term client specials and repeat buyer specials. Why am I going to reward someone for showing up for the first time? What am I
Mm-hmm.
rewarding? Good job. You
We
saw the
haven't built
billboard on
that.
the highway? Your eyes were click. No. 5 messages. Just the 5 message rule. Seriously. If you are not willing to just cut your DMs off, don't blame you. I mean, especially if you're direct sales, right? Like me and you, Casey, we can't turn our DMs off on any platform.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
We can't. That's turning away money for no reason. It's just the 5 message rule. So
Oh, I will say there's an asterisk to that. I will say that for me, there's an asterisk. Depending on the socials, I
Mhm.
will shut my DMs off and funnel them somewhere. So, like Twitter or Instagram, places like that, I do turn off DMs specifically and say, hey, if you want to chat with me, you can chat with me, like, Fansly, Reddit,
Yeah.
OnlyFans. It's
Yeah.
still a
Like
free
protect your
messaging, but
account type shit.
yes, but I'm funneling that because I don't want a whole bunch. Because, like, there are some places that are worse than others for freeloaders. Twitter. Twitter is the fucking cesspool. But so in saying that, closing off some of your DMs is not the worst. But when you are a direct seller, when you are having to be everywhere and nowhere all at once, you have to keep that open. But you kind of get into the hang of it, of knowing, okay, so I always send a hey baby, how are you message. Or if they answer, I answer back with like, oh, I'm doing great. How are you, babe? Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hook. That's the, oh my god, you give a pet name. You're like cute. It's great, right? Hook it in there. They say something else. I'm like, okay, babe, that's awesome. I'm so happy you're doing good. Are you looking for something today? Like, how can I help you? What's going on? How can we get a little like 30, 30 and thriving with each other? Right? Add some personality. Do that again. You go in there. They say, well, I don't know what I'm looking for. Or like, oh, I was looking at your menu. I was looking at this. OMG, baby, that is fucking fantastic. What's your budget? Let's see what we can work together. Let's see if we can do something. You're
Mm-hmm.
keeping it focused on the I am selling something aspect, still
Yeah.
staying under the 5 message rule of like, this
Yeah.
is what I am saying, but it's also focused on, hi, I am
Selling
selling. You know
porn.
what I mean?
How would you
Yes.
like to buy your porn today? Would you like mustard on top? Like, are you good? Do you want to supersize your porn?
Mm-hmm.
That is an upcharge, motherfucker. Because that hurts.
Do you want to super size your porn? Can that be the name of this one?
No. Actually, yeah. Yeah. This is Creator
So
Spicy
good.
Can I supersize my porn episode?
Can I get my porn without cheese, please?
We are professionals.
We are. Also, can I take a break really quick and like leave and come back? Low-key, someone just sent me money for a 5-minute cam.
Y'all, we're gonna let Kacy go and make some damn money dollars with your cam. I hope it goes good. I hope it goes fantastic. But we will be back. We're gonna part 2 this because I think we're already at about 40 minutes. And I know you have a couple more stories, right,
Oh, I
Kacy?
have so many.
That's concerning. I have two. So we're going to close this one out here. We're going to let you go make your money. And for everyone, I hope you did enjoy this episode. And make sure you let us know if, because I know Kacy had mentioned she wanted to at some point dive into maybe a video or something on dating as a sex worker. Let us know in the comments if you want to see that come to life. We want to hear about that for sure and see if that would be something people would want. But also stay tuned for part 2. We will hopefully see that come very soon. Kacy, go make money. We love you.
Bye.
Bye, girl. All right, y'all. We all here hope you are staying so safe. You are as sane as we can get up in this bitch right now, and we all hope you are flourishing.